Alrighty then, let's get started. Tonight we've got some Timespinner again. Hey, Virtue. Hey, Lily. Got the streak going, Virtue. Good, good. Yeah. There is a Randomania 2024 randomizer marathon that is now taking submissions, and I thought I would try and get a glitches required run in again, and hopefully do a race with Windfay again, because that was a lot of fun doing that for the FFR marathon. So tonight I'm going to do a couple runs. I'm trying to do a showcase for both of them, at least. Be a little bit more talky about what's going on and what I'm doing and not doing. So we've got a couple games generated here. Let's fire them up. Why is my controller not working? Oh, that's not good. Lights up. And then it shuts off. I didn't even think to check this before I went live. Huh. Like a short circuit? Is that what caused the lockup? Yes, on Tuesday? Do I have a USB A to C cable laying around? Give me 1 second. I swapped out the cable and it seems to be working. To give the game focus, but yeah, I think my USB cable just died. Oh. Alright then. Well, if I'm lucky, that's what caused my whole computer to lock up. On Tuesday, maybe. So. Let's see here. Set. There we go. Think I'm all ready here. Hello, I'm Waffle Soup, and this is a glitches required run of the Timespinner randomizer. We're going to be playing through the Timespinner randomizer, which is a small indie Metroidvania made years ago that has a nice randomizer. And using the magic of Archipelago Multi-Worlds, we're going to do a run where not only are glitches to break logic suggested, but they are actually required. How we've done this is we've actually set up a two-person game with certain required items forced to be in our world, and other items that would be expected but are not required thanks to glitches are forced to not be in our world, and we will never get them. But if you're not familiar with Timespinner, it's a fun little game. It has a wonderful randomizer that I highly recommend you check out. As you can see here, we're sending some key cards to the other world. We are just never going to get our own key cards. So we'll just have to find other ways past the key card doors. And that's our way past it. The Succubus Hairpin is the double jump of this game. And it's kind of the crux behind a lot of the tech we're going to be using here. So. In order for us to win, we will need to find the 5 pieces of the Timespinner. The wheel, the spindle, and the 3 gears. And then we need to take those to the final boss door in the ancient pyramid. That usually means we need some form of infinite vertical. But if we're lucky, maybe we don't. This seems a little bit chaotic. I am playing with enemy rando. Yes, Lily. So all of the enemies are randomly placed instead from a large pool of possible enemies. Just to make things a little bit spicier. And we have the Talaria, the sideways dash as well. So now we can go much faster, cover our ground quicker. Oh, I have double jump. I do not need to do the coyote jump there. We also have boss rando as well, so all of the bosses are going to be shuffled amongst themselves, so they're not in their vanilla location. And we'll get to our first boss fight here in just a second. Enemy rando is great. It can produce a lot of very funny and unexpected results. So, yes, I am thoroughly enjoying it. So we have Ember Nuvius, one of the very late game bosses. Instead, very early here. I don't know why I tried to do that. And we only have Wind Orb. Not one of my favorite orbs. But this boss is still scaled. It still does the same damage and has a number of HP as the boss it is replacing, so we will get through it eventually. Two damage at a time. Yes, as a potential donation incentive, we could have done unscaled bosses, where this would have the same attack power and HP as its vanilla location, which would be very difficult, and this particular seed would probably be vetted as not viable for a tournament, actually. With how difficult that fight would have been instead. I will take a gun orb as a second orb. They're both sharp damage type, so I would prefer to have a different type, but the range of gun orb is quite nice, so. Yes, Winfei, one of the other people that frequently runs this mode, loves Wind Orb. It is probably her favorite, so. So one of the main difficulties in this game mode is the fact that it's a multi-world, and so half of the chests that you open just have nothing. They just send an item to the other game that's never played. But there we found the Timespinner spindle, so that's one of the 5 items we need to win the game, so that's a great find. If we find the wheel here, I'm guessing that we would probably be doing a vanilla time travel. For enemy rando to have an option for no laser spiders. I think the laser spiders are a little too frequent, but I like them being in the pool, but I see where you're coming from. So we're going to show off one of the first glitches here. We're going to use crouch state glitch. We're going to attack and backdash on the same frame. And now our character is stuck in a crouch state with a smaller hitbox, which we can use to bypass this D keycard door and just get right in here. Buy some warp shards. Dream Wisps would be fun, but maybe I'll come back and do that. Alright, we have a gear. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do fire checks. Normally I remember to do these first. That's not an intended glitch, but I'll take an extra gun orb. It doesn't do anything. Ooh, Sellen's Bangle. Gear 2? Gear 3? We are 2... Well, potentially 3 items from Go Mode. Yeah, I was so focused on explaining boss rando that I didn't actually do these checks. Okay, we have the water mask. We are getting a lot of key items very quickly here, which is making me concerned. Doggo, ouch. Yeah, I guess I was thinking like just wheel Gear 2 and Ancient Pyramid Warp and get lucky, but yeah, I guess wheel Gear 2 and then Light Wall probably would be Go Mode. This is a bad idea. Like, probably should not be doing Zarian Cave right now. So we're not gonna. That is a very late game section of the map. The enemies in there have a lot of health and hit very hard. And when you add enemy rando to it, it can get very difficult. So, I'm gonna do some other checks first. So yeah, keycard doors are just kind of a suggestion in this game once you learn Crouch State Glitch. They're not really a requirement. Hey, Wef. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. How was the Falcon Dive stream? We are doing some glitches required runs of Timespinner to potentially submit it to the Randomania Marathon. So. Turns out Paladin Cecil is still real good. Oh yeah, absolutely. We have Weasel. I'm gonna pick up this trap because it's an archipelago game, so that's a hint point. And dark Cecil hunting. Oh, fun. I was actually going to try and do a run back of my free enterprise run that I started on Tuesday. Oh boy. And the website just wouldn't even generate the same flags I was using before, so just got an error message now. This is awful. Okay, we need to heal. I guess I should have used my gun orb there, shouldn't I? All right, we start with the economizer ring as well. Okay, nothing in here, but we have information. I'm gonna buy online groceries. I had a grocery run before I started the stream, which is why I kind of started a little bit late, because I missed the train back. All right, so we're gonna do Zarian Cave here. Oh, I do not have time stop. Oh, this is so bad. Yep. The grocery store up on the latest memes and cancellations. There you go. Groceries that need to log off. Got it. Yeah, stuff hits real hard down here. I'm just gonna crouch state glitch under a couple of these enemies. Ah, frick. There's not anywhere else I can go. Yeah. All right. This is what we have to do. Yeah, we do have Stellan's Bangle. Like, we are getting level ups here pretty quickly. It's just we lose them every time we die. Okay, alright. Just... Yeah, arm cannon with economizer ring is doing its job. I'd like you to go on this side. Oh, dang it. Okay. Oh, so close. I should have just hit the save point. I should not have gone for that item. I got greedy there. Nope, use the for shelter. Hey, headgear. All right. Give me a little bit extra defense as well. Take that. That's possible. I mean, Bodhi has already made a build of the game that does not have screen shake and gave it to Lily at least. So we know that such a thing is possible. All right, just hit the save point. And I also have a special build from Bodhi as well that has my name updated in the backer credits. So, yeah, Bodhi is amazing. Absolutely. Kind of a kludge, just remove the code for the screen shake. Okay, yeah. So like not a like adjustable setting or anything there, it just doesn't exist at all. Oh gosh, this room. Alright, that works. Mostly. That little demon gets to live. Oh, we want that Empress robe. Did I just like... Hang on. Oh, dang it. Did I somehow like beat that shield projectile? I can't do it fast enough now. By pausing and unpausing? Yeah, this was also a really small grocery run for me. I still need to do an actual full online order. I just needed to actually go to the pharmacy and get some new meds, so. Probably gonna do an order myself tomorrow. Oh, it's flooded. Well, thank goodness I got the water mask. Also, this means if I want the guaranteed light wall I've placed here, I have to fight the boss at the Zarian spot with it underwater. Oh, right. There are eels and regular enemies here. Actually, I should be fighting these enemies, because this is a lot of XP, isn't it? Also, you hit really hard, though. Yep. Sucks. I should have just hit the save point again. Oh yeah, we lost that Empress robe, didn't we? Oops. There's nothing else important down here, right? Though there's no other like good local items, so. Let's continue the theme of learning from our mistakes. Alright, let's see what boss is underwater here. Ilana underwater at Zarian. I kind of wish this was unscaled. But this is actually easier underwater, so. This will just take a while. Honestly, I kind of wish I had bought those Dream Wisps now. Mayef was doing more damage. Alright, well we have the guaranteed light wall that I plan to place here in case stuff goes really bad, so... Which, this run it has, absolutely. But using light wall, we can also glitch some places as well, so just gonna swap these around. Wait, what? Oh, I already did this. Okay. We're gonna do some light wall clipping here. Almost had it. So using light wall, which is a placeable wall of light that damages enemies, and it also is a solid platform that we can stand on. If we position it just right, here we can clip into the floor, fall through here, room reset, and it puts us all the way at the top of this room instead. And we can do this boss fight here. And then afterwards, when it probably has nothing, we can clip onto that elevator as well. And here's Zarian, the boss who's supposed to be at the spot we just fought underwater. Much easier to fight him at a much earlier boss spot, so I'm quite glad for that. There we go, clip onto the elevator. Oh right, I've done these checks already. Okay, I have the tablet. This is just a guaranteed sash, which I don't need. Where's my wheel or warp? Another thing is the left side elevator, right? No, down in the caves down here as well. I'm gonna grab this while I'm here. I also plan a celestial sash to be in this spot as well. Man, I got real excited when we found 3 Timespinner pieces very early in the seed. It has certainly come back to haunt me. Also, I'm getting very lucky with those elevator clips. Um, it normally takes me like 2 or 3 tries to do those, so that's great. I guess we have water mask, so yeah, this actually makes sense. Are they sub-pixel dependent? I don't think so. I think there's a little bit of leeway with them even. Like they do, you can be a couple pixels off to the left or right. Oh, that went further down. You know what? Evolution Crown's very nice. Not having time stop in that tunnel's annoying. Yes, hi Rishia, bye Rishia. Ooh, hi Ether, thank you. Shard. There's another Rishia here, dropping enemies on my head. Of course, there's a Hellgazer there. Okay, that wasn't it. Only one spot left, right? It's 2 checks, though, so... Alright, this is more like my usual light wall clipping tries. Nope, needs to be lined up against this door. Nope, not low enough. There we go. There's the wheel, okay. Alright, so now I can do vanilla time travel because I have wheel and spindle. Ugh. Placing it too high. No. Mm-hmm. So it'd be faster for me to just warp chart out of here but now. There we go. So we take the wheel and the spindle and we do what we normally do in the vanilla story. And we travel through time to the past. because this is an archipelago game, we do have access to hints as well. I believe I could just hint for where my gear 2 is. And then, like, hope to find a pyramid warp along the way? Castle Keep Advisor Jump. Okay. Let's go do that, then. Maw's Lair, Time Worn Warp Beacon, okay. So yeah, if we have to go beat the Maw, just looking like we do, we have a nice convenient warp over there. I would still like to find another orb of some variety, of a different damage type mainly. But we do have the wheel, which is the ability to stop time, one of the core mechanics of the game, that in the randomizer sometimes you just go without. But we can turn enemies into platforms, and also just run past them much easier now. So it's a quite nice item to have, and it's always appreciated when you find them early in a run. Everything for the other game. I'm actually not going to do what's known as basement loop here. Kind of in go mode, so I'm not going to do this section down beneath me. There's a handful of chests there, and it loops around on itself. But we kind of know what we need. And it happens to be flooded thanks to the random floods flag that is not normally underwater. Did I hint for the wrong? Oh no, this is Advisor Jump. I was thinking of a different spot. Alright. I was thinking that was in Ilana's tower. Okay. That makes sense. That name makes sense, but yeah, okay. Here's the other Nubius fight. Our dad here is a little bit younger, doesn't have as many attacks. All right, well, we're in go mode. I could still hint for the time-worn warp beacon, which would just get us warped to the ancient pyramid, the endgame spot. I don't know if I have enough hint points for that. No, mysterious warp beacon. Royal Tower's Alana's chest. Okay. So we're gonna go fight Alana anyways. For some reason I thought this was advisor jump. Just thinking about jumping off the Ice Mage attack, but nope. Oh hey, the Maw. A absolutely trivial fight because we have time stop. So we can stop time, walk right up to him, and just stand right here, and we're immune from all but one of his attacks. And we killed him before that one attack even hit us. Alright, so we have our Pyramid Warp. And let's go finish the game. Oh yeah, Lily mentioned a bit ago that there is a secret room in the Alana's tower there that I walked right past. Because I have not found a way to glitch into that spot. And we never find the Oculus room we need to get into the hidden rooms, so... Let's see who our final two bosses are. Varndagroth, which is a good, difficult-ish final boss. Normally you fight him early in the vanilla game, and he's kind of a pushover, but at a spot where he has a lot of HP and a higher attack stat, he actually can be a bit of a challenge sometimes. He is still weak to light, which is what this arm cannon missiles are doing for a damage type, so... I do not have a lot of healing. I should be a little bit more cautious. I do have light wall. The arm cannon is a little bit higher level, I think. Oh no, it's not. Level 2. Okay. Yeah. And the final boss is Twins. Alright. Now I will use Light Wall. No. There we go. Done. So overall, that was a weird seed. But pretty fun. And had some good challenges in the middle. Thank you all for the exclamation point. We do that in the Timespinner community because the first thing you see after you finish the game is, in a non-multi-world, you don't get flooded with items. Luna is just standing there. The exclamation point. We also have a bonk counter for how many times we hit our head on the ceiling using Celestial Sash, but I mainly forgot I had Sash, so I'm gonna guess I had 0 bonks. Yep. And yeah, it was a glitches required one. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Hope to see you next time. I need to take a short break, stand up, stretch, grab a new beverage, and run some ads to get rid of pre-roll. And when I come back, we'll do another one of these. And do that with commentary style discussion as well. And see which one I like more. So stick around. I will BRB. All right, we're back, and let's do another one of these. Hopefully we can get a seed that isn't as awful, but that was still a very quick seed, so. Timer. Set a marker. Hello, I'm Waffle Soup, and this is a glitches required run of the Timespinner randomizer. If you're not familiar with Timespinner, it is a indie Metroidvania made mainly by one person who has had a community-made randomizer released several years ago that has continued to expand and grow and is a very fun randomizer that I want to show off. What I've done here is I have made a randomizer where glitches are required to beat the game using the magic of Archipelago multi-world randomizer that Timespinner supports. So we've created a multi-world with 2 games, and we are only going to play one of them and finish it. And the multi-world expected us to play both, placing items that we need in the other game that we're just never going to get. So we are never going to get any key cards, any fire, any pink, or our gas mask. Those just don't exist. And we can still beat the game without them by breaking logic. So let's hop right in and we'll see what we get here. Here's Mom giving us our starting orb and spell. So we've got Wind Orb, fires as fast as we can, and Chaos Blades. So both of these are the sharp damage type. I prefer it when we have multiple damage types, but this will work fine. We should be getting the double jump very soon here. That is the main tool we use for glitches to break logic in this game. Using that alongside crouch state glitch, we can do a lot of things. You might notice if you're familiar with this game that the enemies seem a little chaotic. We are using enemy randomizer to shuffle. Actually, shuffle's not the right word. Shuffle has a different meaning. To randomize which enemies spawn where. I think it makes things a little bit more fun and, as I said earlier, chaotic. You get stuff that's not supposed to be there, and usually that makes things more challenging. Sometimes it makes things a little bit easier or amusing. And we just got Bombardment, which is the shotgun in this game, and is my absolute favorite spell. So I'm quite happy about that. I think it's the most powerful spell in the game. Some people disagree. If you can aim it correctly. I would like that. Can I? I cannot reach this. Oh, I can. All right. We have a midnight cloak, so we have a little bit of body armor now. This area is flooded. It is not supposed to be. That is another flag we have here. Random floods can add water to a bunch of different areas and remove water from one location. Which can also really change up the routing that you have to do. And there's the Celestial Sash. That is infinite vertical. We can just press a couple buttons and fly through the air as much as we like. Yes, up Noom. So that gives us access to a lot of new areas that we did not have. This is a hidden wall. We are also using I Spy mode so that we need the Oculus ring normally to break those walls and get in that area. But that's another item that we're just never going to find. And so we're going to glitch into those rooms instead. There are a couple rooms like that one that we still haven't found a reliable way to glitch into. And so we've just used Archipelago's options to guarantee that nothing important is in that particular spot. But let's start breaking logic here. So we're going to use crouch state glitch. We're going to duck, attack, and backdash on the same frame. And now we are stuck in the crouch state with a smaller hitbox. And that allows us to just jump through ceilings in certain areas. Librarian hat, okay. Just gonna let those enemies run down there. Now we're gonna clip up into here to get this treasure chest. Ooh, Empire Crown. That is the best headgear item in the game. And that was a randomly drop from that enemy. So, very nice to find that early. Part of the struggle of doing this in a multi-world where half of your items just don't exist is you just don't get as many upgrades. So armor and health ups and even orbs and spells are just not always in your game. So it adds some struggle as well in this mode. Alright, let's work our way back to where we came from, and we can fight one of the first bosses. All right, Virtue. Have fun cooking. And hopefully whatever you're making turns out wonderful. Kielbasa with peppers and onions. Ooh, does sound good. Alright, bosses are also randomized, so we have Barnagroth, a early game boss in an even earlier spot. So, usually a pretty easy fight, and absolutely this time. Yeah, Bombardment's very good. Absolutely. You can see why it is my favorite spell. And the fact that we have an Empire Crown means that it's doing a lot of damage. Good morning, Mark. How's it going? That engineer that throws logs that damage all enemies just kind of took themselves out there. So that just happens with enemy rando. That's honestly half the reason why I play with enemy rando. Is the funny spots that particular enemy can spawn. Oh, Spindle, excellent. I am doing wonderful. I had a very nice day today, so I can't complain. We have found the Timespinner Spindle, which is one of the 5 pieces of the Timespinner that we need to beat the game. We need to find those 5 items, and then we need to make our way to the Ancient Pyramid endgame area. So, we're a fifth of the way there. We don't need much else. We might need the water mask, but we are already doing pretty good on key items. In a glitches required run, you don't need a lot. Alright, let's see what we have for sale in the shop, as that is also randomized. Filigree tea is very expensive. Buy a biscuit as well. Okay. Alright, remember to save often. And let's keep digging for a way to the past. We are looking for either a time-worn warp beacon, which will allow us to just automatically warp there using the fast travel system, or we are looking for the Timespinner wheel. Using both the wheel and the spindle, we can do a vanilla time travel as the game expected you in the base playthrough. And that's our main goal right now, is to get to the past, to get to the other half of the map. we found a surprising number of HP ups. So my HP is pretty healthy, and I'm not going to complain about that. Princess Stress, alright. So, considering half of our items just aren't in our game, we have very good armor right now. So, that's also going to be very good. We found a bee trap in that chest, so... trapped ourselves in there and then just got swarmed with bees. As you do. Crouch state glitch and fly up here, grab these 2 items, go up here, jump through there. Ooh, Empire Orb. Alright. Very late game orb. Very powerful and a wide attack range. So we're just gonna punch everything. Everything in the game is weak to punch. Not really, but it's a very good item to have. Not a lot of enemies actually resist the damage type either, so. Alright, there's the wheel. As I predicted, we now have past access. Do I want to keep going? Just a couple of checks here. Yes, Emperor Nuvius resists Empire and the Shavurd, the birds in the past, and Azure Queen are the main things that resist it, so. But yeah, I have Empire Orb, Bombardment, Empire Crown, and Princess Dress. I am feeling very powerful right now. Okay. So nothing of note in here, but I'm glad I did it anyways. Backtracking would be a little bit of a pain. And this is an archipelago multi-world, so doing checks, we are still getting hint points that we can hint for our last couple key items when we get to that point, and we need to know where our go mode is. Alright, so we're going to use the wheel and spindle here in this room we are already in to travel to the past. Skip these cutscenes. Talk to our girlfriend Nell, who gives us nothing. I'm realizing enemy rando is on, and I don't have light wall. So I can't actually do Maw skip glitch. Interesting. And I don't have water mask either. I currently have no way to get to the Maw area, I think. Actually, let me check the map. I'm not supposed to be here. Nothing on the auto map tracker works because I'm out of logic. Alright. Fair enough, game. Alright, well, let's head to the castle. We have to go through the laser gate. That means we have to defeat 3 particular bosses here in the past. So, even though I can't get to the Maw, one of them currently, the other 2 are in the castle area. So, that's going to be the best spot to head towards right now. I need to remember that I have the Timespinner wheel and actually use it. It does allow us to stop time. So enemies are paused, we can stand on them, and we can also just walk right past them, which makes a lot of rooms easier. Especially in the chaos that is enemy randomizer. Opening a lot of chests, not finding a lot of useful things. Rude. That enemy is a Hellgazer. A giant laser coming out of the spider. Normally blocks your access to the Timespinner gears in the vanilla game. In a hallway just full of a bunch of those enemies. But when you put them anywhere else, they become a real annoyance, blocking you off from areas that you are expected to get through. And they're immune to time stop, of course, so. that slime just jump in midair? I'm just gonna crouch state glitch. Oh, I can't actually crouch state glitch under you. Oh. Well, guess we're taking a hit here. Open the chest. There was nothing in there. The Twin Pyramid Keys attuned to Zarian. So that is a warp back in the present to an... to an area I had access to, but it does mean I don't have to go through Zarian caves themselves. So that's actually very nice. It gives me access to a late game boss that, if I beat it, is guaranteed to give me light wall. Using the power of Plando in Archipelago. So that's actually a very nice warp. Alright, you are immune to time stop as well. And you are not immune to time stop. This enemy only attacks you when you time stop. Oh, it's off screen. Oh, these engineers throwing their logs everywhere. It is quite amusing, though, when they throw them like up against ramps and stuff where they turn around and just immediately take themselves out. So that is about half the reason why I play with enemy rando. Just because of how amusing that can be. Alright, so this is one of the 3 required bosses. Well, might not be required in this particular seed, but they gate a large chunk of the present area, so. We have the Maw, which we can just use time stop to walk right up to them and stand right in front of them where we are safe from any of their attacks. Alright, Virtue. Have fun cooking. Hey, T-Base. How's it going? Welcome on in. Alright. Normally you need a pink item to open that door, but we have guaranteed that we will never find one, so we're just going to crouch state glitch in here and pick up one of the 3 Timespinner gears that we need for our glitching effort. So that paid off very nicely. Sounds very nice. I got neurotoxin, poisoned, and chaosed all in very rapid succession there, so we're going to hit up a save point. Ooh, eye orb. Very nice. Having a second orb that we can use. Another damage type. And there is some interesting tech known as orb swapping that might come up. That allows us to rapid fire certain orbs. All right, let's check the other shop here, see if there's anything good for sale. There's some healing items. I'm gonna buy some. Sell this shiny rock and this egg. Lakiyame Suns are the best healing items in the game per price, so nice to find those in the randomized shop. Not even gonna deal with that Hellgazer. Or that one. Alright, this is the second of the 3 required bosses. Potentially required bosses, sorry. Emperor Volta, Rillis. Excellent, they are weak to our Empire Orb, so. Punch him a whole lot. Ooh, the Talari attachment is our horizontal dash. Just allows us to go much faster. We have the sideways noom. So we've picked up the Chaos status condition, which is slowly draining our sand, the resource we use to time stop. Pyramid keys, ancient pyramid entrance. All right, we have access to the final area of the game, which is excellent. So we don't necessarily have to do the 3 required bosses. I just tried to use a warp shard, and I have not warped anywhere yet, so they don't work. So I have to walk my way out of this tower instead. That was poor planning on my part. I should have used a warp before I came in here. Right, that's the room that has all 3 status conditions in it. Uh, hmm. I think I'm going to go all the way to the left here, fight the boss over there, and then because this is a multi-world, we can also use hints for whatever items we're missing. And I think I'll just hint for my last 2 Timespinner gears. And then we should be in go mode, assuming they're not locked behind any other items that we need. Oh, Lake Serene is dry thanks to the random floods. Alright, that is even more checks that we can do in this area. That's excellent. Meteor Sparrow trap. Oh, one of them is trapped in the wall, so... I don't believe I mentioned this before, but we are playing with the I Spy flag on, so normally you would need the Oculus ring to get to secret areas, to break walls. But we're just going to use glitches to get into all of them instead, and we will never find the Oculus ring. So we're just going to clip into the wall there to get that chest instead. Some engineers throw barrels that knock them out. Some engineers drop rocks, and if they do that on a flat surface, they knock themselves out as well. Mainly, I just love the engineer enemy in this game. Alright, there's another gear. We are gear from go mode. I'm just going to hint for it now, then. Varndegroth Towers, right, Varndegroth. Alright, let's go do that. I don't need anything else. And I've actually used a warp. So, we're just going to use this technique again, and we're just going to fly up this tower. Holy cow. 3 Hellgazers in this room, huh? We have our own little mini spider hell. Alright, Sandman boss fight here. A very early boss fights. This fight should be very quick. Spindle from the Timespinner. Nope, that's the Timespinner gear, Luneus. Alright. Let's go to the Ancient Pyramid endgame area and let's finish this seed. This was really fast. We got pretty lucky that we didn't have to do a lot of areas. We got some good item drops and spells early on, so This is what I would consider a jet seed. Absolutely. Yes, went very smoothly as well. No major roadblocks or anything like that. Alright, so we just have 2 boss fights here to get through, and we're done. And the first one is Genza. You may remember me mentioning orb swapping when we picked up the eye orb. We just quickly swap back and forth. We get extra attacks in for a boss that is weak to sharp. Though I think actually Empire is actually still faster. Just because it is leveled up a little bit more. So I'm going to stick with that instead. Other people are much better at orb swapping than I am as well, so they might choose to stick with that instead. There we go, and one last boss. Bernuvius. Alright. They are resistant to this, so we're just going to use the shotgun. Did that too early. There we go, and dud. Because it is a multi-world, we're gonna collect all of our remaining items and get absolutely swamped with health ups and sand ups, and traps items as well. Or no, traps are local, so. And thank you all for the exclamation points, as Lunaeus says that as well. Is the GG of the Timespinner community. We also have a bonk counter for how many times we hit our head using the Celestial Sash, which we found very early, so I'm gonna guess that I have 4 concussions? 3. I was off by 1. Not bad. Thank you all for the exclamation points. And how's it going, Inven? That was fun. That went really well. I think I'm gonna end stream here though. Might need to cut these up into individual videos find out some more about Randomania, because Winfei asked some questions about it. And yeah, I'm just gonna kick back and relax for the night. Lurking and learning. You're the best place to learn, I will say. One of the best places, absolutely. So, hope you had a good time. I will absolutely toot my own horn about this game. So yeah, let's see who's still streaming that we can drop you all fine folks off at with a raid, as I will call it early for the night. Yes, it's a very good game. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me personally or in the Discord. Other people, I'm sure, would be wonderful to help you as well. Let's see here. We got quite a few people streaming tonight that I could drop you off with. I feel like I've rated a lot of these people recently, though. I need to get more folks on my following list. That stream at the same time as I do, specifically. We're gonna raid my buddy Steve, Pokemon Cast. Good friend of mine. He's playing some Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Big surprise. That's mainly what he does. They're mainly doing the item gambling right now. So yeah, we'll go hang out with them, show them some love. I will be streaming again on Sunday night. Hopefully I can get that Fork of Free Enterprise working again. I still want to do a full run of that. If not, I might just do a free Falcon Dive instead. So yeah, probably some Final Fantasy IV on Sunday of some variety. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. And know that you are loved and valid. Peace.